There were a lot of things I realized I didn't have as created as they needed to be. Okay, continuity, that is a first for this channel. I'm starting this vlog immediately after wrapping up my first read through of the Discovery draft for my upmarket romantic science fantasy. So that means it's time to get into the world building of everything. Hi, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are new here, welcome. My name is maddibluhme, and I'm a multi-genre author. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back. It means the world to me. Welcome to part 2 of my zero draft to first draft mini editing series, where I am turning the very bare bones, messy zero draft of this novel into a first draft that is ready for feedback and will take me to the next steps of publishing. So world building. I have the world created, but there were a lot of things I realized I didn't have as created as they needed to be to feel real, or at least real enough. And I have characters that don't have names. I have characters that just feel way too much like NPCs. So that is everything that is going to be clarified throughout this vlog. I had 2 specific highlight colors for character and places was just a very broad umbrella term for anything from as large as a planet to as small as like a transport ship that they would be in. So all of that needs to be detailed, and I will be keeping track of everything in Notion. So if you are a longtime watcher of this channel, then you know I am a Notion girly. I use it for everything because I think it is so handy and it makes sense for my brain. I know some people really like Milanote or Obsidian, or there are a lot of other platforms. You really have to find what works for you. Notion works for me. I don't want to spend too much time on the intro because, I'll be yapping throughout the vlog. So I'm going to pull up Notion and get started. Sunday and Monday were incredibly productive. I got through a lot of Project ACOS. Pretty early on, I adjusted my initial plan and pushed the timeline part of this project to step 3, which is the detailed outline, because that would require just a bit of a closer read, and this was really just taking a look at everything I had already highlighted. So because of that, it actually was a lot less tedious than I was worried about, and I think there was, a little bit at the beginning and then some more at the end. But what I really noticed was after I had those initial descriptions listed in my story Bible, if I came to a place that had a different description, I just had to make a note of it that I will fix that in my edits. All of the characters that needed names now have names, and the places are consistent, and I have made a note of like any injuries or things like that that do need to follow through multiple chapters, because there were definitely some times where there would be something that would impact how a character is moving through the world, and it was just completely dropped. Hello, I have MJ Sprints in the background, so if you see that, it's just if I put my computer to sleep, then it no longer counts like that I'm viewing. So I just want to make sure they get all of the view time while I film this little wrap up and outro. This process, like I said, really didn't take as long as I thought it would. So I think this vlog is going to be fairly short, but that's okay. That's just how the cookie crumbled this time. My next vlog will definitely be a bit longer because that is the timeline and outlining process. It probably won't be like an incredibly detailed outline for the chapters that are already solid because I already have all the details. So I feel like I don't need to go through it again. But that will be coming up next week or so. We'll see how long it takes. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to continue on this writing journey, then subscribe to my channel. I would super appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. I would love to know what your editing process is. And in my description box down below, you can sign up for my newsletter with monthly updates, or my Ko-Fi, which gets weekly updates and first looks at everything that I do. So that is all I have. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.